Welcome to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Washington Huskies and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
One of the most dedicated fan bases in all of sports, Lincoln, Nebraska is home to Memorial Stadium. 85,000 strong, pack it in every time this team kicks it off. Lincoln becomes one of the most special places to watch a college football game. Definitely a bucket list item. Nebraska continues to be one of the strongest traditions in college sports. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And the Huskers headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Huskies offense will go to work first. And this sophomore wide receiver is a playmaker. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break, sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. We just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like makes the catch, and he's free. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And it's another 1st and 10 play. They'll give it to Washington. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Williams. He's going to let it go. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum started.
He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Pulls it in. It's Hunter. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's open on the right. He'll work his way down to the 28. The Cornhuskers moving quickly to the line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Man, that linebacker is athletic. He can make tackles in space against very athletic dudes. That receiver's not an easy guy to bring down. That linebacker got him down quick.
Wide receiver going in motion. Makes the grab in their space. Smashes ahead. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. They'll start on the ground with Washington. There he goes. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense
could be an alley. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant, physical trenches.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Huskies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. From the red zone, it's Washington. Headed to the end zone. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Looking for the tie with the extra point. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Punts it out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
The short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
To the air, it's Calandria. Bought a little time, lets it go. With the catch, it's Barney. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. The Huskers getting set on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Ives. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Ives. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Huskers are flying down the field. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He makes the grab. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine.
Maybe a crease.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll try to get it through the air. Lost one deep down the right side. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I'm about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to adjust the pattern. Williams on the play fake. Here's a heat. Buried before he could blink. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Here's Williams to throw. On target. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on 3rd and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting their playmaker get behind there. They were going to come up, make a sure tackle, and force the 4th down. And now you can make the decision on what you want it to be, but I like the execution by the defense.
The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. He's got him. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Cornhuskers want to move quickly. Running inside. It's Nelson. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Off play action. The throw. Intercepted to stop the threat. Gives him the big stiff arm. And they'll get him down after a solid return. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Turns it on in midfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Williams. Complete. Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Huskies. And they take it in for 6 more points. And they add the extra point to finish the drive.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ives. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
To throw, it's Calandria. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Barney. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. The Huskers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. To the air on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Makes the tackle at the 22, but it's a 15-yard gain, and now they're in business. On first down from their own 22. Williams. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Play action with Williams. Throws for the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Working that left side. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Washington.
The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Going to try to get it himself. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough top points before the half. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Arizona taking on the number 9 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Firing to the right, complete. Snags it, and he's open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the give, looking for room.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. And the Huskers send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Good timing on the quick out. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Play fake, Williams. On the run, still looking. The sure hands, it's Lawson. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And you talk about just being a pain in the butt. This guy, he can just scramble, move, throw it on the run, and his ability to extend the play was the reason for the conversion right there, Paul.
Yeah, and David, I like the idea that he kept his eyes down in the field, right? With his speed, there's a lot of guys in his position that would have just taken off and tried to go get it with their legs, but he gave the play a chance. He allowed the routes to develop and let everybody work the scramble drill to find a big-time completion.
And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. It's Williams again. Got it. Breaks into the open. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Washington. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own, a chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Dropping back, it's Calandria. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the touchdown, Husker. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Extra point here will tie the game. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out, because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Out of the end zone. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Got it behind the line. It's Moss. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Williams on the play fake. Looking to scramble. Intercepted for the 11th time this season.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Gives it to the back on the draw. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out, but to be able to break on the football when it's thrown on those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
Trying the left side. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Here comes the heat. Got his man on the right. He is stopped right at the 21-yard line, and now it'll be fourth down and decision time. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the fourth quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
Williams unloads it left. Makes the grab. It's Moss. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Kept it, and he's past the marker. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up first and 10 from the 26. They'll give it to Washington. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. Washington again. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
On the option, the pitch. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical, and this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be king, too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Third down from the gun, Williams. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. quarterback making checks. 4th down, Williams. Escapes the pressure going right. He might have gotten way too greedy there, held it too long, and couldn't throw it away to avoid the loss. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got enough for the first. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. The run inside. It's eyes. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Powers through the defender. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The Huskers will have it 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Back to throw, it's Calandria. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
I just love when running backs make those decisions, and when they get close to the sideline, some will take that advantage and step out of bounds not to get hit. But I love when they do like this and stick your foot in the ground, get downhill, get some positive yards because it helps your offense on the.
Got a little grass. He breaks a tackle. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34. And the Huskers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll go with a direct snap.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Got enough for the first. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Keeps it on the draw. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he's going to bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Under fire. He'll pull it down. Did the work himself. Turning it on. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Defensively, I think you have different strategies for these situations. The clock is your friend, right? You want that thing to tick. You're up in the fourth quarter, but you don't want to sit back and prevent, because you've heard the saying, you really just prevent yourself from winning.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Unloads to the wideout. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
Looking downfield, it's Calandria. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Cornhuskers punch back.
And what a performance in this game by the quarterback. I know there were not a lot of people that even gave this team a chance considering who they were playing, but this quarterback blocked out all the noise, David. He told us leading into this one, he felt confident in their offense's ability to score points, and he has proved all the doubters wrong.
Yeah, and confident is one thing, but to do it against a top 10 team, you're a massive underdog. Like, no one was confident except for him. He carried this team, played so well, and because he believed, they were able to pull the big upset today.
Here's Williams to throw. Got him downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Still running at the 40. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play.
Timeout, Washington.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Play action with Williams. Oh, they're after him. hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most